Sports is just the starting point of creating long-lasting relationships.
A titan, a powerful figure who stands out for greatness of achievement. Meet the giants in the Titans' journey in the Ministry of Sport and Community Development's Community Sport Titan Series, a component of the SHAPE program. Introducing Sport Titan Willet Wayne Pantor from Gasparillo. He's a giant in rugby who has flown the flag for Trinidad and Tobago on the national team. His exploits in rugby are extensive as coach and administrator as he fulfills his passion for sports.
My rugby career, or my sporting career actually, started off in track and field in the primary school setting. So passing back to that, I would say Mr. Oswald James, who was the PE teacher at that time, would have been the first move or my first interaction into actually taking part in the sporting activity. I transcended on to playing community football and then went on to try the sport of rugby, where I basically settled for the rest of my sporting career. Through sports, I've been able to interact with a lot of people internationally, regionally, and in the communities instead of giving back into the sport. Rugby has opened a lot of doors for me. I've been introduced into the sporting realm of coaching in my community through the sports of football. So my kids used to participate into the sport of football with a group called Gasparillo Youth Group, which is basically started by Mr. Oswald James and presently managed by a lady named Sandra Pompey. So I would have been basically like a coach parent in the system. So from that, we would have had activities where we would have taken part in regional competitions, also taking part in things like the Republic Bank sport football competitions that they usually have yearly. From that, I transcended over into rugby, where all my kids participated in rugby, and also we created a youth team in Gasparillo called the Exiles Youth Rugby Club. In the sense that there's a lot of athletes coming out of Gasparillo but have tried or participated in rugby at some point of their sporting career. Names that cast the mind of, say, Testa and Julian, he's out presently one of our young footballers playing out in the UK. Nicholas Paul, the cyclist, he's a person who went through our rugby program at some point in time. And again, as I said, it's rugby in Gasparillo was basically a novelty sport in the context that it's not one of the traditional sports. And when the kids who gravitated to it were basically, let's say, what we'll deem as the slightly challenge or troublemakers in the area, right? And the sport introduced them to a new light or a new option other than the traditional sports. And again, as I said, with that program, we have seen great progress in the context of approximately 25 boys ranging from the age of 15 to 19 making the national team, both at the junior and senior levels. We have players away on scholarships, right? I have members who went on to join the Defence Force, the police, and so on. So again, from the sporting aspect, I see myself as a mentor, a parent of the community, giving them a different option or different pathway. Well, all sporting developmental grassroots programs should always have finance as one of the main issues. As a coach, it is rewarding to see the players excel and again give them an ownership of the program, that in the interim that they could also assist and pull a younger brother up in the sense of the pathway. Because at the end of the day, some of the kids come from single parent homes, right? They also have their challenges, right? And to see that they can bind together and have fundraisers to buy boots, to buy uniform and all these things, it also shows natural leaders stepping forward and showing that they could actually create something for themselves without looking for a handout, right? And that is one of the philosophies of the Exiles Youth Club, is that no one is above the game. one, and no one is better than the other person. We all have to band together for the common goal. Most of the times, these kids tend to, once they move away from the social structure, they tend to bond together as a family. At the end of the sport is an example of true family. The awards that I would have gotten awards or merits from the Trinidad and Tobago Football Union. I would have also gotten merits from the Trinidad and Tobago Defence Force, and being able as a pioneer in sports and so on, right? Sports is one of the keys or vessels of creating ownership, leadership, and being part of something. So again, going back to the same scenario of the Exiles rugby group, right? Sports is just the starting point of creating long-lasting relationships. You'll have the times that you'll be doubting yourself that why it is you're going through this challenge, is why you're making all the sacrifices with your family and your job and so on for the sport, that sometimes you don't see the pat on the back. But again, as I said, the end result of that is that you're not doing it for the light. You're doing it for the sky, in the sense that if it is you truly invest into something, you're going to reap the rewards. So if you do it part, well, let's say for instance you go into it and you don't give it your all, you would not reap the benefits of all. You have to go into this thing full 100. On the dark days, you have to be the shining light. And I would say keep striving for excellence, right? No matter if it's a social activity that you're taking part in, always promote professionalism, and it in itself would emulate into your peers.
The Community Sport Titan series is brought to you by the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. Remember to like, follow and share the Titans Journey on social media.